So, but yeah, so it should be good for
It's
that.
a shame they couldn't just release Black Widow on Disney Plus like they did Milan, but I mean, Disney is Disney.
They could release Black Widow, but I think they saw like, oh, well, people are not watching. People are not watching because you charge $30 to see
Why
the
would you
fucking
do
movie.
that? I don't understand. You're making me pay monthly, and then you also want me to pay $30 for what? Like a virtual movie ticket? Get the shit out of here.
And my friend
It was,
watched.
it
My
was a
friend
test.
watched it, and she was like, "Yeah, it wasn't all that great. It wasn't worth
Yeah, I
$30."
mean, we watched it
I
when it
was
was
like,
free, but it was definitely not that great.
Hey, when
Huh?
is it available
It's
for
available
regular
now,
on? Oh, boom!
right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's gonna
As
happen
of like
soon.
last, almost 2 weeks ago now. My
weeks ago, yeah.
my wife and I watched it with her friend for her birthday. Like we did the Disney has that like watch party thing built in,
Yeah,
and we
what
did
Beach is
that.
talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Hey,
Yeah, so
it's
we'll
real good.
probably watch that this weekend then. Boom.
I
Definitely
mean,
gonna
but
watch it.
Disney ain't no damn movie studio. They ain't got to charge. Like we already paying for the service, and I mean, I understand it's a business. At the end of the day, they want to recoup as much of those costs that they sunk in as possible. But goddamn,
Like
They're
you
and I,
just
could,
trying
you
stuff.
can,
As
you
big
could
as
eat that up.
Disney
I'm
is, it
just trying
definitely is a
stuff right.
movie studio.
They,
You,
they,
s-
They want
they
no, they
definitely
want to see
were.
what works. They want to see what works. So they want to see
Hmm.
like, are people
Yeah,
willing to pay $30 for this? We'll try it with
Absolutely.
Mulan, right? That's not, and
I
so
mean,
they're
yeah,
like,
we're
no,
fucking
now they've
people
busy.
seen
want.
We do
HBO
anything.
Max. Now they've seen HBO Max. They're like, shit. Maybe we should have done that instead because
No,
people
I don't think they
people
care.
sign up more.
I think that was a calculated risk. They're like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think they were like, oh, Mulan's going to be the greatest movie ever. It's just the next movie in line to be made into a live
I
action.
just want to know
Yep.
who
Yeah, and
in
that's
They
all
want
that
to,
that
was.
meeting. Who in that
yeah,
meeting
they
said,
want
"You
to.
know what? Let's charge $30 to see this."
It was
No,
just,
All
it
of
was a
them.
test. It
No.
was a
I
test.
think it's me and my little sister split it and watched so she could watch it. So like
Oh,
Oh, you
she
and
was like, I
Shauna
yeah.
want to
split
see
it.
it. Yeah, me and Shauna split it. She wanted to see it, so I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it was a test and it failed. Right, correct. But that was the point. They're okay with they're already losing money, right? Like you
Right.
fall off a cliff, you're gonna reach for every ledge that you go
That's
past. You don't
true.
just like
Yeah.
fall
They
Feeling
to,
definitely
fall.
fell off a
Yeah.
cliff. They definitely did.
I'm just gonna fall to my
Damn,
death
they
since I'm
definitely
already.
fell off a cliff.
Already over the
Right.
edge, may as
That's
well
what I'm
just
saying.
die.
Yeah, that's what
Nah.
I'm saying.
But
Every
that's on
branch,
them
every
though.
vine, every ledge, I'm reaching for it.
That's on them though. They've been trying to like hold out for years. They saw that streaming was coming. They saw that people would rather like I mean our home theaters now can rival the experience of going to a movie theater, and even in going to the movie theater now is just it's never like that experience hasn't evolved. Like it's always been the same. It's very like a nostalgic thing for it's Americana basically,
Mhm.
and
Right.
now they're at a point where they got caught flat-footed and like
Yep.
they're forced to fucking change, and like I don't feel sorry for them. Like
No.
they've been very resistant to this change that was coming at a slow but steady pace, but now it's like it's immediate, and
Yeah, it was
I
like
just
icebergs in the Titanic.
yeah,
They
it's like
they like can't miss an iceberg. They're like,
yeah,
we'll figure it out when we get there.
Mhm.
exactly. That's exactly what, and that's why I don't feel sorry for them. Like they didn't they didn't like take the action when they could have. They could have had all this stuff in place. Luckily, Disney did have Disney Plus in place. Imagine if they didn't have that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So
shoot, that would take a huge
Tanking.
L. Like,
yeah. So
man,
so I don't feel
that's a
sorry for
very
this old guard. The movie industry. Like y'all got to get your shit together. Like now is the time. You have no choice now. So fuck them.
Facts.
Like my question is,
No.
how would they? I mean, I know we gotta move on. So, my question is though, is like, how would they? What is there to elevate to be more appeasing to today's art, like to kids these days? Because like now they're like, oh, I go home and watch Netflix. I can go home and chill, watch a movie, and not pay 9, 12, 15, 30, $50 for my whole family to go see a movie. And not only that, like going to like get snacks and shit, that's another $30-$40 right there.
Yeah, but that's the
And-
point. Like they haven't made that case. Like they've kept the same movie experience. Of course, like you have like these premium theaters like iPick, which is basically a restaurant where you can go sit down and you have a waiter and it comes and gives you drinks or gives you a full meal. Like that
Right,
that shit is
kind of
tight. That
Yeah, I like
that
that.
is that is a premium experience, and I wouldn't mind paying premium prices for that. But just going and sitting on some like dusty ass like seats that motherfuckers been farting and doing all crazy shit in those. I mean, it's just like that's the same. It's the same experience that I've been going like since the 90s, like since I was born. Like the movie theaters hasn't changed. Like they try with the whole. They try with the whole 3D shit. That shit fucking sucks. That shit hurts my eyes. These fucking stale ass like popcorn and nachos, like it's just like I'm sorry, like I don't feel sorry for that shit. Like they
saying if
they gotta evolve. Like this shit's
so you're
old
saying that
and tired.
Regal,
And they also
They got to
they
figure
also
something out.
tried
Though.
to hold back progress. They tried
Say
to
one
hold
more
back
time?
progress too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they went out of the way to, like it wasn't just no, we're resistant to change. It's like, oh, they saw change coming. They're like, oh, let's make sure that everybody who's trying to change, like, let's lock down all of this, like let's do this DRM stuff like real tight. Let's make it so that nobody can view it anywhere but in a movie theater. Like, and then so what happened is people just moved on from their content, and that's why YouTube is probably the most consumed, app on the planet. And you can't keep up with YouTube if you're a movie theater. You just can't.